What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Matthew with Awesome Games, and today I'm going to show you how to make the matrix in command prompt, or at least something similar. Of course, this isn't going to be the most faithful recreation of the falling text that appears in the movies, but this is kind of a close approximation. But as you can see, we have green text on a black background. I think that pretty much fits the bill. So, without any further ado, let's get right into it. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to open up a notepad document, and we're going to just kind of start at the top here. And the first thing that we want to do with this is tell the program that we're not going to show people what commands are being put through. We're going to type @echo off, and what that does is it's going to just tell the program, hey, the user doesn't need to know what commands are being shown, so don't repeat what's going on in the background. After we do that, we're going to set the title, and you can set this title to anything, but we're going to say matrix. After we tell the program what we want the title of the window to be, we can set the color of the text on screen by using the color command. And we use 0A because 0 is the background color, which is black, and A is light green. You can set this to any colors that are supported by command prompt. You can actually look those up. There's thousands of websites that host exactly what each letter does and what color that produces. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to set the window size. We want this to kind of fill up the screen whenever it comes on. And the easiest way to do that is mode 1000. The mode command actually tells the program how many columns of characters can be on screen at one time. So we set it to a number like 1000 or more to make sure that it will fill up the entire screen. And then that way you can run your program full screen if you wish. Now, one thing we can do here is we can actually show a message before the numbers start to fall. And a pretty easy way to do that is we're actually going to use the echo command again, because you can use echo even though echo is off up at the top. You can use echo to display text on the screen. So what we're going to do is we're going to say echo. We want it to say hello Neo, like it does in the movie. And then after it says hello Neo, we want it to pause. We don't want it to say anything else. And now this is just right whenever the program starts. I want to clear the screen, so we say CLS for clear screen. So after the program starts, in the background, we want it to kind of have its own little contained area for your greeting or the message that you're going to have. So one of the things we do in programming is we're going to tell the program, hey, we're going to a different area. So the program knows exactly where to start at. So we're going to say go to greeting. And anytime that you have a go to command, anything that you type directly after that, case sensitive, it should also point directly to another area in the program. So when a batch program is looking for a specific area in the code, it's going to look for this colon first, and then it's going to look for what you typed directly after that. So on this line, we say go to greeting, and then directly under that, we're going to have our greeting message. And I'm not going to get into it too much right here, but we can actually have a choice later on in the program with variables. But for this particular tutorial, I'm not going to do that. But if you would like to see me do one where it's like, oh, choose the red pill or the blue pill, and then it does it based off of what choice you make, let me know, and I'll see if I can make some edits to this code and make a part 2. Now, After the first little bit of the program, we're gonna say, let's see, I've been watching you. So same thing. We're going to use the echo command. And directly after our message, we're going to say pause, so it will stay on screen until somebody hits a button. And then after that, we'll clear the screen again. And then you can put in anything you want to after that. But let's just go ahead and switch over to the to the following numbers. So once you're done with your little message that you want to send to your person here, we're going to get straight into the following numbers. Now, again, you can make these variable names anything that you want. I'm doing matrix because that's just the program that we're making. And so we'll put the colon in again, saying this is a new section. And then we'll make sure that these names both match at the goto and after the colon. Now, the trick with this part is going to be, how do we get random numbers to show up? Microsoft makes it super easy for us. What we're going to do is we're going to say echo, because again, we're wanting to write something to the screen for the user to see. And then we're going to type %, random, %. And the % show that you're going to be inside of a variable. These variables can be predefined by the system, or they can be defined by the user. I've got a couple other programs that have used variables like this before, and you know, you can be pretty versatile with it if you set your own variables, but that'll be for another tutorial. Like I said, part 2, if you're interested, and we can make this an interactive program based off of the choice Neo has to make in the movie. But at this point, if we only do one random, we're only going to get a small amount of numbers on the screen. And so what we can do here is we can copy that, and then we can paste it. And you know, you paste it quite a few times. And the more times that you paste this, the further across the screen the numbers are going to be. And if you find that once you're done with your program and your numbers aren't going all the way across the screen, you may have to come back in here and fix it. You may have to add more. But that looks like a pretty decent number. So we're going to go to the next line, and we want this to loop. So this so far is only going to print out random numbers on one line. So we're going to say, well, we want this loop back around to the start of the matrix. So we're just going to tell it to loop back on itself. So with this line here, it's going to automatically tell it to loop back up to the top. And that's where we get our infinitely falling numbers. And just because I know that this isn't going to be enough, I'm going to double the amount of random numbers that we're going to have. All right, so now that we have our program, we have to save it. We can save this program just as a regular text file, but it's not going to do anything whenever we go to open it. It's just going to show us the regular text file. So what we need to do is we need to hit Save As, All Files, and I'm just going to save it to the desktop here. And under All Files, we're going to say the file name, appropriately name it matrix. Now, here's where we make this a actual batch file. We need to make the file name extension .bat, and then hit save. And now we'll see it's saved here on the desktop. And whenever we open it, we get the program. So this is, hello Neo, I've been watching you. And then whenever we start it up, we'll get the falling numbers. And as you can see here, I still don't have quite enough randoms. So instead of having to type the program again from scratch, we can right click on the program itself, hit edit, and then we can copy this block of text again and then paste it again at the end. And then because this is actually already a batch file, we can just tell it to save again and then reopen it. So this still isn't quite enough, but for our purposes of this video, I think we're gonna call it good. You can keep going with this until it goes all the way to the end if you would like, but that's how you make the matrix in command prompts. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see a part 2 where I go through and add variables for choices, let me know, and I will try to get that out in a timely fashion instead of waiting. Oh, how many years was it? You know, instead of waiting 7 years between the last time I uploaded this type of video. So, without any further ado, that's the end of the video, and we will see you next time.